Today's session is only going to be witnessed by Luke's joining for this session, but he's not going to be talking or anything. So.
Well, that hurt.
So Drake.
Hello there.
You wake up. You're laying in a small base. You basically formed a crater upon you landing.
Wow, I'm more durable than I thought I was.
It's not too much of a crater. It's just kind of like ash and soot and whatnot.
Yeah.
Kind of piled up around you. Some of it's on you. You stand up. You kick some of it off. And you start looking around. And you don't see any people around. The air is thick with smoke. And there's some fires burning around you. You see some scraps of metal, and a whole lot of wood around you. Think of that one scene from a Halo 4 when the Forward Unto Dawn crashes onto Requiem. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Except it's the smoke is a lot thicker.
Yeah, as in like you cannot see, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Think you walk into a house while it's on fire and can't see shit.
Okay.
You're not able to see anyone. You can't really hear anyone.
Well, first things first, I think I'm going to recall my slime because I don't know where he is, and something makes me think I might want to have that.
You recall your slime, and you hear some sounds rustling through the wood, the planks, just all around you. And the slime slowly osmosises its way through some of the wood and comes over to you.
Yay! I'm not completely alone. This is great.
Wrench, he is here. His name is not Wrench.
Because... Indeed.
Ratchet is his name. Yes, I wrote it down. Ratchet is here.
Excellent. Ratchet's here. I am no longer alone, and therefore that means this is not completely impossible.
Yep.
If only I had a way to heal myself, because 2 hit points is scary. Scarily low. Anyways. Let's see here. I guess I would like to slowly exit this crater, see if I can see anything else.
You emerge from the small little crater that you were in, and you can see kind of some light creeping through pieces of wood. There's a layer of smoke above you, but you can kind of see through it, and you see the kind of very foggy-ish vignettes of giant metal beams forming basically the rib cage of the super carrier. It's not alive, but I don't really have better words to describe it.
Fair. Just gonna do that real quick. Oh, it says no. Curses.
Oh.
Alright.
Blasted.
Indeed. So. Do I see any buildings or anything nearby?
You're still very much in the wreckage field of the, you're basically
Alright,
inside.
you're saying I should...
You're kind of
You're trying to say that being short is making it hard to see? How dare you? That's shortest. I wish to climb out of the wreckage a bit more.
Alright.
See if I can see anything.
You climb more and more through... Yeah, you climb more and more through the through the wreckage and through the fields, and you encounter a whole bunch of you're going through an area that you emerge into. You find a few walls. They're destroyed basically, but it looks like you are currently inside of where was once a kind of like a building of sorts that the supercarrier had happened to crash into.
That's not at all what I wanted to. Oh wait, I thought. Whoops.
You continue crawling through these areas.
I shall
passing
crawl atop the building.
There's not much of a roof or anything left.
Oh.
It's just, above you.
It's just like a few standing walls and more wreckage.
Yeah, above you, you can see above you, you can see the kind of shadow of the supercarrier above you. You're largely outside of it now.
Second.
Just standing in a small destroyed building that the supercarrier happened to land on.
I shall attempt to move even further out. Further I get from the crash site, probably better, if only because there's probably going to be people looking for survivors. And by people, I mean Modron, since we did crash into the Modron city, right?
Yes.
That's where we crashed?
Yeah, you crashed into Mechanus.
Okay, yeah, we should probably get moving. I'd like to go full Mission Impossible. And just slowly sneak my way through the wreckage. Did they do that in Mission Impossible? Probably not, but yeah.
Maybe, who knows? You continue going away from. You continue getting farther away from the supercarrier, and it's the very. I'm just gonna send an image of what it looks like. Dude, that's so fucking small.
Good enough. It's all right. It's Slender time.
That isn't much better. It's incredibly foggy. It's noticeably very cold for being in Mechanus.
I guess that makes sense. Well, this isn't good. I shall continue moving further from the crash site.
All right. As you
do I recognize any of these destroyed buildings? Probably not, but
you continue going farther from the supercarrier as white things kind of start floating down from the sky.
Oh,
you catch one.
Either snow.
You catch one in one of your hands, and you examine it. You can I have you roll a nature check?
Nature check. I can do that. I don't remember what my nature is. Luckily, I actually pulled up the character sheet.
Ooh.
Nature. Under. That's medicine. Where is nature? Is it under intelligence? Yes, it is. Unfortunate. Is this the D20? Yeah, first try. That is a 13.
All right. You recognize this as a type of ash. It's a type of ash. It's
elemental ash.
It's very white in nature, as it's a byproduct of burning a special type of magical wood that the supercarrier happened to be made of.
Well, that's good. I hope it's not like radioactive
magic. It's known for capturing and holding heat very well because of its magic, because of that, it's going to start it basically acts like snow.
Okay, cool.
but it doesn't melt, and you're gonna have to manually remove it.
That's fair. So basically, it's a bunch of ice cubes falling from the sky. It's never melt ice from Pokemon, just raining from the sky. Ash Edition.
Yeah, it's basically
I don't know.
snow that doesn't melt,
That's fair. That's
and
fair.
it's cold like snow.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for the cold, so I shall drop it.
You you drop these
Uh,
ash snowflakes. It's starting to come down quite a bit heavier.
all right. The this is also not good. Hmm. Through any of the wreckage, do I see anything that I could carry, like a board or anything?
You I'm sorry if you heard any of that. My family recently
I did not.
found an Atari console, and
Oh,
they are
fun.
going to town.
That's very fun.
I would love to join. I was going to join them, and then the D&D session came up, so I'm a little bit unplanned
That's okay.
because I forgot about this. Anyway, as
Uh, oh,
you are scouring through the streets of Mechanus, still under the shadow of the super carrier. Buildings around you are basically falling apart, and the street is just strewn with rubble and debris.
that's fair.
You see something that's
Oh no, I'm
sparked.
gonna get tetanus! I'm gonna get tetanus! It's like the snails from the movie.
Would you like
All
to
right.
roll perception to try to find something like a board?
Yes, I would like to try and find like some flat board. The goal is to use that as a makeshift umbrella to prevent myself from being snowed upon. That is not a true roll. It's like in between two numbers, so I'm just gonna re-roll it. That is an 11. Wait, let me have my perception. Let me have my perception. That is a 15.
All right. Uh, as you walk through the streets, it's getting colder. It's just above freezing right now. It's about
Why did I not take any fire spells?
what I would say is roughly about 36 Fahrenheit.
All right.
You see something that catches your eye. You kind of recognize there's a door on a building not too far away from you. The walls have completely crumbled away from the building, but you see that the door is hanging on by one hinge to the door is hanging on by one hinge to a wall, and the door is in very good condition.
Excellent. I shall. Huh. The door itself is in a very good condition. Am I capable of carrying it? Is the
Would you
question.
like to roll strength?
No,
Oh.
but I will. I got an 11
All right. You
in total with my -1 strength.
you
Do I lift it?
you grab multiple ends of it and you pry it up and you pry it off of its hinges. And with the help
Yeah.
and with the help of Ratchet sticking to you stick Ratchet to the door, and then you get on your back. You get on your back and you have Ratchet stick to your back, and it's a bit of an arduous task, but you're able to lift the door off the ground and have it on your back to act as an umbrella while your hands are free.
Noted. This is what I get for cutting Jim and all that. Let's see.
Boy, I was a fool in school for cutting Jim.
Exactly. Um. As with my door in tow, I shall continue through this wreckage. I don't have the sending stone from our tank, do I?
No.
Because I okay. Darn it, we just got that thing back. All right. Do I see any other people in the wreckage, or is it just destruction?
You walk around through the streets a little more. It's now below freezing, around 30 Fahrenheit. The temperature is plummeting quite rapidly. You see
That
you see what looks like an arm sticking out of some wreckage.
does it appear to be a lot? Or a better question: does it appear to be mechanical in nature?
You're gonna have to get closer and roll perception.
Crap. All right. I'm great at perception. Oh no! There goes the dice. That is a 13. Well, really it's a 9 plus 4, but it's a
It
13.
the sun. What part of the sunlight is getting through to Mechanist right now? Kind of glimmers off of the arm. You see plate metal armor surrounding this hand. It doesn't look Mechanist in nature, or Modron in nature, but it looks like somebody wearing armor.
All right, all right. Is it moving or is it very still, buried?
It's buried under rubble. The arm is the only thing poking out.
Uh, all right. I shall. I shall. Thinking. I'm thinking. I shall utilize. Uh, I shall use string shot on my back to keep the door secured and have my slime attempt to melt some of the stuff surrounding this hand. I want to see if there's a person under that or if it's just someone's severed arm.
All right, you have Ratchet go. You have Ratchet go over to the area and start dissolving the pieces of wood and bits of metal around the person's arm. Would you like to investigate what's under it?
Yeah, I would.
All right. You approach as once Ratchet is finished melting away all the debris and whatnot around it.
Uh-huh.
You kind of tug on the arm a little bit, and it clenches up. It clenches a bit of a fist, and then it goes limp again.
That's not good. That I'm not a healificationizer. Um, hmm. I wish to attempt to dig this person out because that seems like a great idea.
Roll strength.
Oh no. Eh. I got a 14 this time.
That's
No,
good.
wait, I got a 13
That's
this time.
good enough. you you pull and you tug, and the arm kind of the debris around this person starts to clear, and you pull them up just enough for the debris to fall off to fall off kind of the person you're tugging on. They don't seem to be wearing any sort of uniform. They have no identifying. They have no identifying
Markings.
pieces of markings.
Anything that might have identified them might have gotten lost in the, crash.
They have no sort of markings on them. They are wearing some rather ornate metal armor with brass, with either brass or gold trims. In the current conditions, it's hard to tell.
Okay. Uh,
Their helmet obscures their face.
they have a helmet? Okay. definitely not the metal crab, but it might be related to the metal crab. This is great. Okay, so perhaps we found more of the metal crabs. This is simply just another one. Hopefully, it's less rude. Um, I would like to attempt to get him onto the door.
All right, you dismount the door. You dismount the door from your back, and you and Ratchet push and pull this person to get them onto the door. They are lying limp on top of the door right now.
Excellent, excellent.
They still have not said
Uh,
anything to you.
that makes sense. They seem to be unconscious, unless I'm completely misunderstanding what's going on here.
As you roll this person onto the door, a medallion falls out of their breastplate.
Oh, that's cool.
Would you roll
They must be.
history to see if you
Oh
recognize it?
crap! History. Which one's history? It's under. Did I just? No, I didn't. I just closed my character sheet by accident. Nope. History. Wisdom, maybe? Intelligence? Darn it, another intelligence check. Okay. I got a 16 plus 1, 17. Yay!
You recognize
I,
this as a religious symbol for the sun god.
oh, cool.
You have just dragged what looks to be an adventurer out of the rebel.
Well, that's unfortunate. There might be more of them. I didn't see any others,
Who
but
got caught up in the unfortunate fall of the supercarrier.
yeah, that seems unfortunate. Well, interesting.
The arm their arm very limply moves and just kind of moves towards you in some way. Just kind of moves towards you rather limply, as if they're trying to get your attention.
I shall give them a handshake. It'll be great, since they can barely move their arm.
You give them a handshake.
Hey, you! You're finally awake!
Hey, you're finally awake.
You got caught up in that crash like the rest of us, right?
It's gotten quite cold at this point, roughly 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, it's getting cold.
You see some fires that you could probably rest near, but they're back inside. They're back over inside the supercarrier.
Alright, so my options are go into the winter wasteland, or head back into the spooky wreckage, and deal with magical fire as heat.
You hear some mechanical footsteps approaching you.
Yeah, that's not worrying.
There's also the sounds of what sounds to be a vehicle approaching as well. This one's
excellent.
You hear
Tank.
You hear the engine. It's kind of struggling to move. But it's very. But it is a tank patrol.
Smidge. No other options. Must be Smidge.
It's Smidge and the Emperor's finest.
Yeah. What else could it possibly be? Sorry, I'm thinking. How much of this wreckage is there?
Well, the supercarrier stretches roughly from.
And it hit buildings. Okay.
Yes, the supercarrier is very big. I didn't really do it too much justice through my drawings on the battle maps. It is roughly 1/3 the length of Mechanus.
Wow. Okay. So it's almost like infinity scale, but not quite. No, Pillar of Autumn?
It's
Scale-wise?
well, I wouldn't say that big.
Okay.
I'd say more of a better comparison would be like Forward into Dawn or an Amberclad.
Okay. Okay, I can... Okay. I can okay. Yes, thank you, Drake. Very descriptive.
I mean, in Halo 2, you fought in the mission Quarantine Zone, I think it was. You fight through a
Yeah,
combination of a
when
Sentinel
you had to go fight...
factory and the Amberclad.
Yeah. And that was the same kind of... Or, not same kind, but very similar kind of frigate or
Mm-hmm.
something. Alright. Well,
It's gotten cold. It's gotten quite a lot colder, and the mechanical sounds are getting closer.
alright. Well, I guess that the best choice here... I would like to examine the ground, actually. Is there any, small holes that, uh, appear stable enough for me to fit through? Or am I too big with my friend? I'd like to take them as well.
With your friend, there is no holes that you could probably drag them through. There are some buildings that are kind of covered by rubble and debris from the super carrier that might work,
Hmm.
but that's a bit tenuous.
Did me getting knocked unconscious count as a short rest? Do I have my spells back, or am I
Fuck it,
spellless
sure.
again? Yeah. All right. It might not have been the healing sleep I needed, but it was certainly the magical rest I needed. Um, I would like to cast enlarge slash reduce and make us half our size. Would that work?
Yep.
Okay. We are. I have officially reached a foot in tall if I'm standing up.
1 foot
This is
in
great.
tall.
Uh, I would like to attempt to get underneath the rubble. This is a horrible idea for search and rescue sort of thing, but I
Roll
kind of want to be...
roll dexterity.
Okay. I'm actually good at that one. That's a 14 plus... it's just dexterity, right?
Yes.
Okay, that is a 16 for me.
All right. You slide in your new friend the under the rubble, and then you crawl in after them.
Excellent.
About
Uh,
about maybe
I have
30.
a wonderful idea.
All right.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would like to have my slime attempt to slowly melt away to create a slightly bigger space in here, preferably with a sort of funnel near the top.
All right.
Because the goal is, I'm going to try and make a fire. I may not have a great survival score, but I'd like to try and start a fire with scrap wood. And I don't want to smoke us out of here, so I want the funnel to, like, kind of dissipate into the above rubble. Hopefully they'll just assume something's burning.
All right. As
Igloo style.
as you have Ratchet start melting holes and whatnot, you see multiple Modrons walking past from outside. They fail to notice you.
Excellent. I am very stealthy. There we go, I said the thing.
The vehicle is getting very close. It's roughly at the end of the street that you're hiding in now.
I just hope they don't collapse this thing. That would be most unfortunate for everyone involved.
True.
Something makes me think the vehicle's also more than 5 pounds, so I can't just go have a mage hand, like, support the roof. I could use Ice Knife to attempt to create some ice for structural reinforcement, but that seems like it's be unfortunately susceptible to increasing how cold it is, because it is very cold.
The
I don't like
temperature is now roughly 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Excellent.
It'll be hard to survive going much forward without a fire.
I would like to attempt to make a fire.
Isn't there a survival check that I can have you?
There
roll?
is a survival
Can
check.
you roll survival?
I shall roll survival. And get a 5.
Try as you might, you just can't seem to light a fire by rubbing two sticks together.
It's simple. I shall hit this rock together with this other rock. Hopefully that'll make fire.
Roll survival.
Can I do another survival?
Roll survival again.
Aha! That one is a 11.
I forgot to make my roll. These two rocks seem to not have the these two rocks seem to not be sparking.
I shall grab more wood. Perhaps I didn't try hard enough. Different wood. Maybe it was wet. I shall try.
The snow for lack of a better term is kind of piling up outside of your little place there.
Great. Not great, but I'm going to pretend it is. Can I roll another survival check? I want to start a fire. I'm very good at this.
All right. You're exhausting a lot of your supplies.
Of course I am.
If I can I have you roll one with disadvantage?
Yes. All right, I got a 15, and then the other one, or 15 plus 2, 17. The other one is a 18 plus a dirty 20. So I got 17 and 20.
All right. You decide to hit the two rocks together at a much sharper angle onto a piece of wood, and you get sparks and smoke as a fire starts to slowly rise.
That took a lot of work. Wait, fire!
The vehicle from before is traveling just past you now, in its rumbles and tremors that it's sending through the floor is destabilizing your little
my little hidey hole.
Bits and pieces of your hidey hole start to fall over.
That's not good.
Pieces of wood start falling into your fire.
Hey, great! The fire's gonna grow now.
Oh shit! I didn't grab a screenshot of it. Damn. All right. Well, I'm gonna need to go grab a screenshot of the vehicle that's going past.
I'd like to peek my head out. Do I see anything other than cold snow?
There's no need to poke your head out as part of the roof of your structure caves in and kind of collapses near you. So you can see outside, and some of the snow is getting in. As the vehicle kind of stops just in front of your shelter, and a few Modrons get out of it, and they start discussing something.
Do I recognize the dialect that they are using?
Yes.
Or okay. Hi, Stan. What do I hear?
There must be survivors in the area. Mechanist will not take no for an answer. We know there is a lot of them still on board the ship. We need to capture as many as we can, or kill. We need to capture or kill as many as we can.
Interesting. Say, you said they got out of the tank?
Well, some more footsteps just started appearing alongside the tank.
I'm assuming this tank has an escort on foot, would
you like to roll perception? Drake, would you like to roll perception? Drake? Luke, are you hearing Drake
Where'd he go?
speak? He gone.
He gone. He got fucking abducted. Anyway, what do you think of what I'm doing while we wait for Drake to come back?
Decal work.
I actually I added a 50 cal to this thing, and I tried out something new.
It is a pretty nice 50 cal.
What do you think of the fucking irons I put on that bitch?
Big irons on the hip.
It
Also,
worked too.
because of the kill mark decals overlapping with the fucking 50 cal's hitbox, it looks like kill marks on the barrel.
Ooh. Well, depending on the angle, yeah. Also, I changed out the gun for a 76,
Alright.
but that's subject to change. I like how the gun on this thing is sideways.
Anyway, be gone. We're Drake. Oh, he's back. He's back. What happened?
My Wi-Fi just went away.
Oh,
It just disappeared.
that's
Oh,
unfortunate.
that looks like a brick, and I love it. Okay.
It has
Options.
machine gun. You see machine guns on the sides that are kind of moving around and jittering. There's people inside still using them and watching outside.
That sounds about right.
Would you like to roll perception and stealth?
Yes. And stealth? Okay. Well, as a very perceptive person, I get a 16. And as a very stealthy person, I get a 15.
All right, you
No, don't leave my character sheet. Sorry.
you kind of shovel a bit of the snow onto your helmet to act as a little bit of camouflage, and you kind of poke up to see what's going on. None of the hatches.
I forgot I would have been wearing a helmet this entire time. That's very clearly patched.
There are no hatches on top open. There is no hatches on the vehicle open, but you can see a monodrone standing on top, speaking to some of its escorts. You presume this is the monodrone standing on top is the commander, because you don't see any vision slits anywhere on the vehicle.
That makes sense.
For
That makes
things to
sense.
see. For the commander to see out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's Lance Raider from, I don't know, War Slingshot.
Orbital.
Orbital, there we go. You know, normally I'd be all for trying to pirate this thing, but something makes me think I won't get far with 2 HP in a dream. Then again, the power of 2 HP in a dream is quite high. Perhaps not that high, though.
The monodrone standing on top of the vehicle kind of hops down onto the back of it. He opens what seems to be a door and yells in, "Advance, there's clearly no survivors in the area." He shuts the door. The escort...
Oh, silly flesh bags couldn't survive this cold!
The two Modrons on the side of the vehicle start walking forward as there is a incredibly loud engine noises as the vehicle starts to advance forward at its blistering max speed of 6 miles an hour.
Excellent. Wow, that tank is fast. Okay, it could be faster.
It could be Emperor's finest.
It could be that fast, but it's not, because it's being silly. Alright, let's see
You
here.
look back and you see your fire is kind of struggling to stay lit.
It's just so cold. And it's only got so much fuel, and stuff is falling apart around it. Probably not getting a lot of air either. Hi, Stanley. Is that so? Okay. Well. I would like to wait for them to get a bit further away and sneakily take my door and passenger out of the hidey hole.
All right. You wait a good 3-4 minutes, and the sounds of the tank are distant now. So you decide that now would be a good time to exit your little hidey hole, friend in tow.
All right. That is indeed something I would like to do. and then I get jumped on by the monodrone that was sitting right above the hole.
Oh
Definitely.
no! Oh no!
Um, I would like to continue walking in this nuclear wonderland of
Walking
snow.
in the nuclear land. As you walk around, you notice a small little hole just big enough for you and your little friend in your shrunken down states to re-enter the supercarrier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go there. Perhaps I could find, I don't know, Dangerfield. They seem to have plot armor. Um,
it's 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 very well it's very well like around -10 now. So
yeah, I should
warmth
probably
is
get
a
inside the
must.
burning thing.
Warmth is a must.
So I shall do that as we go on our shrunken adventures. Random sun guy.
you drag your uh, you drag your newfound paladin friend into the relative safety of the burning supercarrier.
Awesome.
It's gonna be fair with you. It's a fucking mess in here.
That does not surprise me.
You walk through the supercarrier a bit. Pieces of wood and metal have basically formed an elaborate network of tunnels going through the supercarrier. So there's not much open space in here anymore.
Did the supercarrier have a ventilation system?
No.
Darn it.
Well, kind of. It was
I can't-
magic, but
That's fair. That's fair.
as you continue walking through the small tunnel that you found, you kind of like hit one of your feet on something and look back. You see a pretty big claw. It looks like from Coupling's weird demon crab. You're getting pretty close.
Perhaps I can.
You're rather.
Perhaps
You're
it can
very
be
close
fixed.
to the engine now.
Oh no, it can't. Engine wasn't here. There might be some residual heat from just all the stuff that was going on. But
you tug on the claw and the claw breaks free from its arm as Rebel quickly fills in the area that it came from.
excellent. I have a melee weapon.
True.
Emergency weapon. This is great. Right, Stanley? Yeah. Well, it's still pretty cold, isn't it?
Inside of the supercarrier, it's a whole lot warmer, but it's not. It's still cold, but it's not as cold as outside. It's still above freezing in the supercarrier, roughly 40 degrees.
Okay, that's good. That's much nicer. I do not appreciate the cold. There's a reason there's only one kind of insect on Antarctica. It's the only land creature there. Anyways, let's see here. So I'm very close to where the fighting went down. Perhaps the tank would be in there? Probably not. If it was, it's going to be buried under rubble, and I do not have the power to remove it from there. I guess I'll continue down this narrow corridor with new sword in hand. I'm going to call it a sword.
You continue down the corridor. You still have.
I'm going to assume that any attacks I make with this thing, I'm going to have disadvantage on because one, it's makeshift, and two,
It's not a sword.
I'm not proficient with any kind of melee weapon. I have 0 proficiencies.
All right. You continue on down your little tunnel. And you stop for a little. You stop for a hot second because you hear voices kind of coming from a bit above
Do I
you
recognize
into
the language?
left. You recognize the language as common.
Interesting. What are they saying? Or
It's
can I not make that out?
It's hard to hear over the sounds of crackling fires and through the debris.
I don't. The tunnel doesn't happen to go that direction, does it?
It doesn't, but the walls around you at this point have widened out and look rather weak.
So acid might not work well here. I might just collapse everything on myself. That seems unfortunate. Um. Hi, Stanley. You seem very excited about something. You want food? Here you go. Uh, I would like to continue down the tunnel a little ways and see if there's a point where it turns towards that sound, or if it splits in a way that I think I can squeeze through.
All right, you continue walking down the tunnel, and you notice a cave in. It looks like it once did go that way, but that one time where it did go that way was maybe 5 minutes ago. The collapse doesn't look crazy strong. You can probably strength your way through it, even your strength.
Wow. That okay. I believe in the power of lots of limbs. Traction. All right. I got a 15 minus 14 on my strength.
All right, It was rather easy to clear. It was maybe a few planks of wood, but the smoke and the pile of ash.
Smoke and ash and
but the smoke
dust,
and
okay.
ash made it look like it was a lot bigger and a lot harder to get through. You
Fair.
emerge on the other side to a small clearing of area. There's some smoldering ashes, and the floor is just carpeted in dust and ash and debris. But you see a few people sitting.
I was about to say, wait, this area of the supercarrier had carpet? And
you see what looks to be a few survivors all kind of huddled around a small magic fire.
oh, hey, actual people.
Would you like to
Do I recognize any of these people?
You can only really recognize their vignettes from afar because of the very thick fog, the very thick smoke.
All right. I would like to move closer with my friend in tow. But I'd like to say hello.
One of them kind of perks up, grabs a spear and starts walking over towards you.
Hello.
As this person gets closer, you kind of see them better, and you reckon.
Is it Suspicious Joe?
You see the person gets closer, and the vignette kind of starts clearing, and as you see, Admiral Asshole First Class is the person who kind of walked over to you.
Oh, hey, you survived. That's pretty cool. I'm a very dark caterpillar now. It's like a dark Templar, but dark caterpillar. This means I'm invisible. Final answer.
He kind of coughs and says, come here, get over by the fire. It's too cold over here."
It's like 30 degrees in here. It's much warmer than outside. But I will move close to that fire.
But the fire does seem kind of nice, though.
So Admiral Person, you, the Modrons are closing in on this place, and they seem to have brought some tanks looking for survivors. When I was outside, at least.
Don't worry, we'll be gone. We'll be gone before long.
Excellent.
We have a breakout plan set for now.
Cool. Oh, I found this guy, and I point to the metal man. He was outside. Do you recognize them?
No. Did they have any identifying symbols or?
Something sun god.
I don't
remember which one.
You hold out the medallion. Hold on 1 second. You hold out the medallion, And Admiral Asshole First Class kind of takes it and examines it further. This is this this is the symbol for Pelor, the god of the sun.
Cool. Why's he outside?
You must have encountered an adventurer. Who's
That
doing some
makes sense.
quest in there,
Maybe
yes.
they're related to the metal crab, like an early version. Their armor isn't complete.
Beta version of crab.
Maybe it's a baby metal crab. That's why his armor's not done. And as far as I'm aware, he's completely conscious at the moment, just unable to speak because he's just really weak.
Who knows?
Is that correct?
We'll do what we can to make sure they live.
Did the doctor live? Dr. Bird Person or whatever they're duck something?
Duxley?
Yeah, that one.
I haven't seen them since the attack on the carrier started.
That makes sense. We kind of kidnapped them for a bit. They helped out everyone. It was very cool. Then the crystal went down. It was a whole ordeal. Then we hit a small roadblock and everything exploded.
Sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah,
Once
and there was
again.
this giant robot thing that made by coupling before he got shot in the back of the head. Very cool. It died. I took one of its arms, and I just hold up the claw. It's very sharp.
Impressive. Come on, get over by the fire where it's safe and we can discuss our plans.
I shall approach the fire, friend in tow, because they are not in a good way.
You, your friend, and Admiral Asshole First Class approach the fire. Among the people around the fire
Is Luke Skywalker.
are a few incredibly injured soldiers.
If only I knew healing spells and wasn't effectively a magical cannon.
Yeah, sitting around there is a few incredibly injured soldiers. And you see some people kind of lying around near the fire, and you recognize one of the people lying down is Dangerfield.
Yeah! It's Dangerfield!
Looking rather unconscious.
They cannot die. It's just been decided.
Dangerfield is looking rather unconscious.
So, about that beer I owed you, Dash Barney or something, I don't remember.
About that
Been a
beer
bit.
I owe you, says Barney.
From Half-Life, not the dinosaur. Oh, I found a new door to replace the one on our tank. I just gotta go find the tank.
Looks like you have your priorities straight.
Yep. Most important thing, put new piece of wood on tank, make it 10 times better, because wood is awesome.
It's good to hear.
Anyways, you guys have any paper? Bit hungry. And my cabbage is gone! They took my cabbage!
We'd be lucky to have any sort of food anywhere near the carrier. We're gonna have to get off and we're gonna have to get out and go to one of our forward operating bases to get any sort of food.
That's silly. Fair enough, though.
You go ahead and you sit down around the fire after having talked with a few of the people.
All right. Now, which one of them has an exclamation point above their head so I can start the quest?
One of the Vax soldiers kind of picks up your paladin friend and kind of lays them down over by the fire so they can get more warmth.
Perhaps they're asleep because there's no sun. They're like plants.
Anyway,
Got it.
I would say that your kind of mini session is
over
now.
Good enough.
You've made
Awesome.
You've made it to the objective.
I found a dude, and they did things. Kind of. Barely. Much effort.
They tried.
They did try. Awesome. I got...